Okay, so what if I told you that one of the strangest things we all do, talking to ourselves, isn't a sign that you're going crazy, but actually a secret key to controlling your emotions? What if there was a simple language trick that could quiet your anxiety and put you right back in the driver's seat of your own mind? Well, let's get into it. Oh, come on, you know you have. We have all been there. You're walking down the street, maybe working through a problem in your head, muttering under your breath, and then you look up and realize someone is staring right at you. That little jolt of embarrassment, it's totally universal. But here's the thing. Why do we even do it in the first place?
All right, let's dive right in. First things first, we've got to talk about that voice in your head. That's right. Turns out psychologists have found that talking to yourself is a tool your brain uses to organize its thoughts, to solve problems, and to self-reflect. It's not a bug in your system, it's a feature. And it's a feature that becomes absolutely crucial when our emotions decide to go haywire.
You know the feeling, that rush of anger when someone cuts you off in traffic, that wave of anxiety before a big meeting, that feeling of being completely, utterly swamped by your own emotions. And listen, this isn't some failure of character or a lack of willpower on your part. Nope, it is a predictable, biological event that is happening inside your skull. It's a process that actually has a name, and just understanding it is the first step to taking back control. It's called an amygdala hijack, and yeah, it's as dramatic as it sounds. This is the exact moment when your emotions literally hijack your rational brain. And to really get what that means, you need to meet the hijacker. So think of your amygdala as your brain's smoke detector. It is incredibly fast, and it's designed to react to any sign of danger without waiting for permission. It's the part of you that screams, "Fire!" long before your thinking brain can calmly walk over, check the situation, and realize you just burned the toast again. So, okay, you've got this hypersensitive alarm system in your head that can throw you into emotional chaos at a moment's notice. What in the world can you do about it? Well, this is where the surprising power of talking to yourself comes back into play. What if you could use a simple, tiny shift in the words you use to deactivate that alarm and get back in control? I know it sounds way too simple to be true, but the science behind it is just fascinating. Now, take a look at this. On the left, you've got the typical I perspective. When we're totally overwhelmed, this is our default mode. I am so stressed, or I can't handle this. This language keeps us right in the center of that emotional storm. But look at the right. Just by switching from I to you, or even using your own name, we do something pretty profound. This little trick is called distancing language, and all it is the simple act of stepping outside of your immediate feeling to just observe it, almost like you were talking to a friend. So instead of, "I'm falling apart," you might say, "Okay, Chris, why are you feeling like you're falling apart right now?" And the reason this works is all about which part of your brain gets to hold the microphone. So let's go back inside the brain for a second to see exactly what's going on here. When you use this language trick, you are literally forcing a power shift between two key areas of your brain. On one side, you have the amygdala, our fast, instinctual alarm. And on the other, you have the prefrontal cortex, your brain's control center. You know, the slow, rational thinking part. Now, during an emotional hijack, that alarm is just blaring and the control center is basically knocked offline. Distancing language, well, that's the reboot sequence. And this slide right here shows it all perfectly. Neuroscientists have actually watched this happen in real time. When people use you or their own name to talk about a stressful event, look what happens. Activity in the amygdala, the alarm, goes way down. And activity in the prefrontal cortex, the control center, lights right up. So here's the bottom line, the big takeaway from all this. You are literally using your words to hand control back to the part of your brain that's designed for thoughtful, calm regulation. You're not trying to ignore the emotion, you're just managing it from a much cooler, more objective perspective. You see? This changes everything about how we look at that weird habit of talking to ourselves. It's not something to be embarrassed about. It's an incredibly powerful mechanism that we all have. Let me say that again, because it is so important. Self-talk is not a glitch. It is a feature. It is one of the most sophisticated and easily available psychological tools you have. Think about it. It costs nothing, it is always with you, and you can use it in an instant. The ability to coach yourself through life's challenges is wired directly into your brain's operating system. You just have to learn how to use it right. So the next time you feel that emotional storm brewing, the next time those alarm bells in your amygdala start ringing off the hook, I want you to just try it. Step back, take a breath, and ask the question. Because the real power isn't in having all the answers. It's in knowing the right question to ask. So what will you ask yourself?